Hello, Thrivers. Today is day 9 of the 77-day video challenge, and the word of today is chapter. I am going to look at each decade of my life as a chapter in my own book, and I'm going to speak to my younger self in each decade because just like you, I'm an evolving human being. The advice I needed at 10 is not the same advice I needed at 20. But we continue to build or we continue to grow if we don't catch that lesson. And we evolve into an even, I don't want to say better version. It's not a better version. It's your going back to your true authentic self is what I like to say. So for me, at 10 years old, I would tell my 10-year-old self, baby girl, there are folks out there that's going to want to pigeonhole you and tell you what you are not. I'm here to tell you to keep being your curious, creative self. Folks are not going to understand you, and maybe it's not for them to understand. You're going to be told that you're not gifted and talented. You're not going to be able to work on the latest technical advancement in history, the personal computer. But baby girl, let me tell you, you're going to grow up to not only get a degree, a Bachelor of Science degree, but you're going to go on to work for the #1 PC company in the world. So keep learning on your own about the personal computer. Keep going to the library. Read all the books that you can. Keep that imagination going because you will also grow up to be an award-winning author whose book is in your own local public library. Age 20. Young lady, you got to love yourself first. Love is not found outside of you. Love is found within you. Any man that you meet must go through God in order to get to you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're still growing, you're maturing, you're still trying to understand yourself. So if you don't understand yourself, how's someone else going to understand you? Age 30. Okay, we didn't get the lesson on self-love and loving ourselves first, but guess what? Your story doesn't end here. God has a beautiful plan for your life, and just realize that failure is not a person. You are not a failure. Failure is an event. Everything that has happened in your life is going to be turned into a beautiful message that's going to inspire others and give them hope. Age 40. As a young woman, you have gone through some traumatic situations that have rocked your world, but you're still standing. You've gone through some scary situations where you lost yourself, but God has never forgotten about you in the process. You are not your trauma. You are not the horrific things that have happened to you. And I want you to forgive yourself for what you thought you had to do to survive, and understand that you're more than a survivor. God has a will and purpose for your life, and it will come into fruition no matter if you are depressed, no matter if you're unemployed, no matter if you are pregnant and unmarried, no matter if you have been on 150 milligrams of Zoloft because of a deep, dark depression. God's will and plan for your life will come into fruition. Keep even the little smallest amount of hope that you can grasp onto. Hold on to God because He's never let you go. Now, I haven't reached 50 yet. I still have about 3 more years to reach 50. However, I'm going to take a quote that's already copyrighted by Miss Bevy Smith. If you don't know who Miss Bevy Smith is, please Google her. She is a whole mood in the fashion and culture industry. And her mantra that she's copyrighted is, it gets better later. And it does get better later. Now, I had to be 46 to realize that, so I share everything that I've learned along the way, so you don't have to reach my decade in order to live your true, authentic self. But to encourage others, it does get better, and the older you get, the less you care about what other people say about you, because you know who you are. It has been a pleasure. It's day 9 of the 77-day video challenge. And the word of today was chapter. So I challenge you to look at each decade of your life as a chapter in your story. And remember, no chapter was wasted. In each chapter, your character was developed and it was strengthened. But in order to see it, and in order to see all the lessons learned, a change of perspective is required from you. So take a look back at your life and look at all the lessons that you learned. Apply them to your life today and know that you are not a failure. Failure is an event, not a person. As long as you get up each day, you try again, there's no such thing as failure, but a lesson learned. Take care, y'all.